Please welcome the man who knows how to make money grow, the fabulous John Boatman.
Sorry, I didn't know the song that they were going to put on. Just want to start off with a quote, which I need my glasses for, and I haven't got enough pounds. The main reason people struggle financially is because they have spent years in school, but they've learned nothing about money. The result is that people learn to work for money, but never learn to have money work for them. And this is a quote from an author of a fantastic book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, unfortunately, Barry has got the other copy, but I would highly recommend that you read this book, personal finance book, brilliant book. Now, I've got 10 minutes to talk, probably starting from about 2 minutes ago, but the advantage is my wife is the timekeeper. Now, I know it's Sunday, but I'm going to talk to you about money, finance, pensions. So forgive me, I have been a financial advisor for 30 years, but I absolutely love this business, and I hope that you realise, and maybe you don't, because 5 years ago, me and Emma came to our very first event, a kick-off event, on our own. And I didn't really understand the business. I thought it was about gas and electricity. And I want to give you some context about the business, because actually, this is about building an asset. And even though the income up front is great, we need to understand some stats. Is it going to work? Here we go. Now, I know this is a boring subject, but it's a really, really important subject. Because I've gone too far already. Sorry. My mistake. Should have let them control it, shouldn't I? Should have taken a note from Sarah Sweden and just said, next slide. Okay, so the stats show that the average personal pension pot of money at the age of 65 is £75,000. After working maybe 40 hours a week, 40 years of someone's life, to maybe retire on 40% of what they couldn't afford to live on in the first place. Now that's £75,000, assuming you have got a pension, because put your hands up if you have got a pension. So some people haven't got a pension. That amount of money will give you approximately £4,770 a year, not a month, per year, if you're a male in good health for the rest of your life. And then below that, you have the current state pension, about £203 a week, or £10,636 a year. So that's what we're looking at when it comes to working the system that we've all been encouraged to work within. Now, residual income, building an asset. You can earn some good money up front, but you ultimately want to be building an asset, building a business that will create the income. So I want to ask you a question, and I would love you to talk about this as you drive home tonight. What amount of money would you need every month to live comfortably without working? Crikey, I've had the 5-minute one already. And I want you to multiply that number. And I've had someone ask me, how does this work? This just works. Whatever your number is, if it's a round number or it's not a round number, multiply that number by 200. And I've given you some examples on the screen. So if your number was £2,000 a month, then you'd need £400,000 in an investment or a pension to create the £2,000 a month or 24,000 pounds a year. And that's based on a 6% return. All right? And there'll be other financial advisors in the room, and I know some of you will already have investments. It's not getting me 6%, okay? But I'm just giving you, over 100 years, the stock market's returned around about 5.5%, something like that. But just for the numbers, to create £2,000 a month, you will need £400,000 in an investment. And remember the stats I just previously gave you. Now we have something called residual income, or another way of looking at this is, I believe this is a wealth creation business, not a utilities business. And we're looking at things like leverage. So all I would ask is, do you think, now that you're in the business, you can find 5 other people that might want to make some more money or secure their family's future? You might not know them right now, but do you think you could meet them and introduce them to this incredible opportunity? And it's just your job to show them. Now, if you can find 5, those 5 can also find 5, which is 25. And then some of you will have seen this. Those five find 5, and that's 25. 25 finds 5, that's 125. You don't have to be clever, you don't have to be a financial advisor to do this. You're just looking for that duplication. You're going to teach one, coach the others, and then carry on that process. This is easy to do, but it's easy not to do. You could decide, well, I might find 1, but I'm going to stop because I couldn't find 5 quick enough. That will give you 780 people. And how many people did you know? 5. Now, if those 780 people introduce 10 personal customers to UW, you're now looking at this situation here. Now, this might start from today. Even if you've been in the business 5 years, this might have already started for you. So with 7,800 group customers that started with you finding those 5 people and then helping them and helping those team members, this would produce approximately, on a conservative basis, approximately 30p per group customer, which equates to £2,340, which, if you remember from the previous slide, is worth an asset of £400,000. And what about when UW does more services and you've already built a business that's spitting out, very technical terms, spitting out money? And I just think we really have to wonder about the great income that we can earn up front, but you're actually building a business, an asset that will create the income and release it to you. And I would ask you to simply ask yourself the question, and ask other people that are not in this business yet, what amount of money would you need every month to live comfortably without working? And it can be a conversation starter. You can talk about this with a little bit of context without getting too technical, which I hope I've been able to do today. Now I'd like to leave you with a quote, and I'm being very good because I've only just had the 1 minute. She is my 3rd and last wife, so.
It wasn't a minute either.
You've heard a number of people talk about mindset, and I just want to leave you with this, my favourite quote. It's on my wall behind the computer, so I see this every single day. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So be careful of what you say about building your asset, your financial future. Go and build your business, your asset. Thank you very much for listening.